What's up guys, it's Timo here and I'm super excited for this Liverpool transfer news video because according to the Express newspaper, Liverpool have opened talks with Timo Werner over a potential transfer and he is very keen to join Jurgen Klopp's Red Army. So what do you think about this news? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know where are you watching from and which player or which players do you think Liverpool need to sign to become even stronger next season. This transfer could be potentially in the winter or next summer transfer window, and Liverpool, according to the Express newspaper, have opened talks over a move for RB Leipzig star Timo Werner, who is just 23 years old. He is already a German international and he already has 10 goals in all competitions for club and country in like 17 games, but if you take out his Germany games, he has 8 goals in just 13 games for RB Leipzig, which is a blistering start. In the Bundesliga, he has 6 goals in 9 games, and if you take into account that last season he scored 16 goals in 30 games, his goals to games ratio is even better than it has been ever before. And I think that this would be a fantastic, brilliant signing for Liverpool FC. I really hope that we sign him because I think we need at least one backup player for the front three, and according to the Express, Manchester United and Liverpool are eyeing the German international for the next transfer window, but I don't think Man United have a realistic chance of getting Timo Werner if Liverpool are also in the ring, because Liverpool are just so much more attractive club right now. Don't get me wrong, Manchester United are also a really big club, but at the moment they are in the Europa League, they are fighting to even get into the Champions League, but that looks a little bit unlikely at the moment. And the transfer expert went on to say that Werner is very keen to go to Anfield to link up with fellow German Jurgen Klopp, who of course knows Timo Werner very well and he has some connections to the Bundesliga already. We signed quite a few players from the Bundesliga, including Naby Keita of course, and this is what the transfer expert McGarry said about this Timo Werner, the Liverpool transfer. Timo Werner is a target for Manchester United and Liverpool in the January transfer window, but it may be the summer before he actually makes the move. Raphael Honigstein told us that it was widely believed that the player had a rescission clause in his contract, but no one as of yet knows what it is. What we can tell you on the transfer window today is that Liverpool have begun the progress and the process of former negotiations with RB Leipzig for the player's transfer. We understand that contact has been made between Liverpool and RB Leipzig, and indeed there is ongoing talks between these two clubs, and that Werner himself is keen for a move to Liverpool. Of course he would link up with countryman Jurgen Klopp, and Liverpool of course are back in action today against Arsenal, and I think there will be a lot of young players to play in that game. But I think that if Liverpool want to become a really serious force that can win the Premier League season after season, we need to build a bigger squad and a better squad. And it's all well and good having Divock Origi, Xherdan Shaqiri, Ryan Brewster as backup players. If you are really honest, do you think that is good enough for Liverpool? And I'm just asking because what happens when Salah, Mane or Firmino has to miss like just a month out injured? I think Liverpool will struggle for goals a little bit, and I think Timo Werner could come in and really fill that void, because Timo Werner is just a goal machine. At the moment he's scoring goals for fun, and imagine what he could do at Liverpool, because at Liverpool he would be surrounded by even better players. And it's nonsense that Timo Werner wouldn't join Liverpool because he's not a guaranteed starter. He wouldn't start ahead of Firmino. He would start with Firmino and Salah and Mane, in my opinion, because Liverpool could play in a lineup where we play with two defensive midfielders, Henderson and Fabinho for example, or Wijnaldum and Fabinho, and we could start with Werner, Firmino behind him, Salah on the right, Mane on the left, against the bottom 10 teams in the Premier League and also against some smaller sides in the League Cup, in the FA Cup, in the Champions League, we could get away with this lineup. No problem. And only against the really big sides and maybe the likes of Leicester, Everton, West Ham, teams like that, Liverpool would probably need to start with 3 midfielders. But I think Liverpool already implemented this formation and this tactics last season, where in the first half of the season we played the 4-2-3-1 formation very, very frequently, and Shaqiri started on the right wing with I think it was Salah up top, Firmino behind him and Mane on the left. And also Shaqiri in that formation scored 2 goals against Manchester United, so I think it can work, and Timo Werner would make a lot of sense to sign for Liverpool actually. Timo Werner started off his career at VfB Stuttgart. He played already in the 2013-14 season. His first 2 seasons weren't really successful. He scored like 4 and 3 goals for Stuttgart in the Bundesliga. And then in his last season with Stuttgart, he scored 6 goals. The real breakthrough came when he signed for RB Leipzig in 2016, because since then he has been a goal machine. In his first Bundesliga season, he scored 21 goals only in the Bundesliga. And then he scored 13 goals the next season, 16 goals last season. And I think Timo Werner sooner or later will make that jump to sign for a really big club, and I want that big club to be Liverpool. Also, some team news for you guys ahead of the Liverpool-Arsenal game. Neco Williams and Sepp van den Berg will start against Arsenal, according to Neil Jones, the journalist who is a Liverpool correspondent for Goal.com. And Neco Williams is, of course, he's a young player, will play at right back, and Van den Berg will be paired at centre back with Joe Gomez, and left back I think James Milner will provide the side experience, and he played against MK Dons as well, and he put in a man of the match performance in that one. I want a midfield of Lallana, Naby Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain, or maybe Fabinho, but I think Fabinho will be rested, and Fabinho will probably start against Aston Villa, which I'm not happy about, I will be honest, because if Fabinho picks up a yellow card against Aston Villa, then he could miss the Manchester City game. So he will have to be extra careful not to pick up a yellow card. And I'm worried about that, I will be honest, because if he misses the Man City game, then Man City will have a bigger chance to get a result at Anfield, and I don't want that. Arsenal will also field a number of young players themselves, but they have some injury problems as well. Reece Nelson, for example, has an injury. He usually starts in these youth games in the Europa League and in the League Cup as well. And I really hope that Brewster and Origi has a good game. And I think Harvey Elliott could start up front, but maybe Jones as well, he could start as well. So it's going to be very interesting what kind of lineup Jurgen Klopp picks. And Manchester United legend Roy Keane said that Liverpool played like champions after the Liverpool-Tottenham game. And he said this, I probably shouldn't say this, but Liverpool played like champions today. And you need to overcome adversity, and you need to sometimes come from behind to win games. And if you are serious title contenders, and Liverpool are definitely serious title contenders, you need to overcome adversity. Last season, even though Manchester City had Kevin De Bruyne out injured, they could still get 98 points. And this season, that could easily happen. The big difference is, now Liverpool are capable of getting 100 points or even more. Jurgen Klopp knows that we have to be ruthless, we have to go for the win in every game, we have to have that killer instinct. I think that's the big difference between Liverpool of last season and Liverpool this season, because Liverpool last season, sometimes we didn't make enough risks in games against West Ham, against Leicester, against Everton, against Manchester United. We had 4 draws in the space of like a month and a half, and that ultimately cost us the title, because we thought, hang on, Man City won't win 14 games in a row at the end of the season, and guess what they did? Exactly that. And Liverpool missed out on the title. So that was a big lesson for Liverpool, a big learning curve for Jurgen Klopp as well. So I think that Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp learned their lesson, and now it looks like we are a ruthless team. In the League Cup, I just want Liverpool to test out the young players. I'm not really that bothered about the competition, but it would give Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Lallana, and other players welcome game time. I want them to play as much as possible. Ryan Brewster is another player who needs game time, and this is why I want Liverpool to go far in the League Cup. Leicester and Man City are already through, but Tottenham are already out. They were knocked out by Colchester United, who are also in the quarterfinals, amazingly, as a League Two side. And also, either Chelsea or Manchester United will get knocked out from the League Cup. So that means that there will be just two big teams already out 100%. Sorry, three big teams, because either Liverpool or Arsenal will be out. So in the quarterfinals, there will be a maximum of three big sides, three top six sides, and that will be Manchester City, Liverpool or Arsenal, and Chelsea or Man United. That opens up the competition. Everton and Leicester City are also very strong sides left in the competition, but who knows, with Liverpool, you know, I think if we get to the semi-final stage, that's where Liverpool will take it a little bit more seriously, and we will maybe not rest as many first-team players. But of course, we don't want that incredible fixture congestion, because we also have to go to Qatar for the Club World Championship. But you know, Liverpool want to pick up as many trophies, and I think we have the squad to go far in the League Cup. I'm not sure we can sustain that until the final, but we shall wait and see. And Adrian, our second choice goalkeeper, who came in and straight away he was thrown into the deep end, and he came out with a fantastic performances, and he single-handedly won us the European Super Cup with his heroics in the penalty shootout, which I'm forever grateful for him. What a debut to make in a Liverpool shirt. And also he had some good performances in the Premier League as well. He won't start against Arsenal, that this is Kelleher's competition, but I think Adrian will have his chance maybe in the Champions League when we make it sure that we are qualified to the knockout stages. And Adrian said this about his first few months in a Liverpool shirt: I've had time to settle down and think about the beginning of my career at Liverpool. It was a bit crazy, to be fair. I came here to fight for the spot and to push Alisson, have a great and healthy competition that is always improving us. I knew that he did really well last season, and I saw he was one of the most important players on the pitch, and also with his national team as they won the Copa America. I knew it was a big challenge for me, but it is a problem. It is no problem I was fighting for the spot as I am doing now. After his injury, I have to play quickly, but I have been at West Ham for the last 6 years, so I was waiting for my opportunity to show that I am at a good level and I can help the team. And Adrian says that he's enjoying his time in Liverpool, in the city. It is a different city, a bit smaller than London, but I feel that the people are very kind, with different personalities as well. I like the people, I'm more close and more familiar with them. And of course, that's a natural consequence of being in a smaller city, but also Liverpool fans are some of the most welcoming fans in the world, and every single player who played for Liverpool said that the Liverpool fans just were so polite, so knowledgeable about football, and also so friendly and so familiar. And actually a lot of South American players and Spanish players actually prefer the Premier League because of this, because if you play in Spain, the fans mob you at every opportunity. If they see you at the supermarket, it's impossible to do your shopping, for example, because fans just surround you and try to get autographs. It's not the same in England. In England, the fans are a little bit more reserved and a lot more respectful. Of course, there are still fans chasing players around, but not as much as in Spain. A very interesting thing happened in Germany. Niko Kovac was asked, can Bayern Munich press as much as Liverpool and play like Liverpool? And he answers that you cannot do such a press with the players that Bayern Munich have, and we cannot play like Liverpool FC. And this is what he said: you cannot drive a car for 200 kilometers per hour with a 200 kilometer per hour speed, a car that only has a maximum of 100 kilometer per hour on it. Wow, I mean, the Bayern Munich fans will be livid with this comment, and I honestly don't get it why he said it, because Liverpool aren't playing twice as well as Bayern Munich. They don't have twice the players as Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich have world-class players all over the pitch. So to suggest that Bayern can only do 100 kilometers per hour and Liverpool can do 200 is ludicrous. It's absolutely like bonkers. I'm not sure what his goal with this was. Maybe to take the pressure off his players, but it's very, very crazy. And I think this feels like small-time mentality. What he should have said maybe is like 150 kilometers per hour. Bayern Munich can do that, and 200 for Liverpool. So the difference is not like 2 times as much for Liverpool, because that's just crazy in my opinion. And I don't think that he shouldn't. I don't think he should have said this, because Bayern Munich actually scored 7 goals against Tottenham in the new Tottenham Stadium. So they can definitely go for 200 kilometers per hour in some games. So it's just a bonkers excuse. And also Bayern Munich have almost as much money as Liverpool now, so it's just crazy to me that Bayern can only go 100 kilometers per hour on the Autobahn and Liverpool are capable of 200. Like, what do you think about this? Because I just find this incredibly stupid comment, but who knows what he was thinking when he said this. Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.